Ndegwa, Neto, and then KDR TV.
Thank you very much. And most obliged to be granted this opportunity. I pass my regards to Daktari Miguna and the CJ and Tony Gashok and everyone else. I am one of the proponents of believing that we must use constitutional means to dislodge William Ruto, and that all the constitutional tools must be put to test, and then we resort to extra constitutional means in the event the available constitutional tools fails. The last time I was on space, I made a proposal of the impeachment, but I also looked at the other constitutional tool that is available in the Constitution in respect of Article 144, and I'll still merge it together with Article 145 that deals with the question of the impeachment, even as we await the answer from Dr. Chief Justice Emeritus. When you look at the question of removal of the president on ground of incapacity, the Constitution provides that the National Assembly, supported by at least a quarter of all members, may move a motion for the investigation of the president's physical and mental capacity. If you look at the threshold of the process, we just need a quarter of the members of parliament to move this. Then the Constitution further says that if it is supported by majority of all the members of the National Assembly. So the threshold is very, very clear and a threshold that can easily be achieved. Then it further says that upon the resolution of Parliament, that resolution shall be passed over to the Chief Justice, who within 7 days will constitute a tribunal to investigate the health status of the president to govern. I believe if we can explore the possibility of using that particular tool, we may not be too far from getting hold of William Ruto. If you compare the process of the removal on ground of incapacity and you compare on removal on ground of impeachment, the impeachment provides that you require a third, at least a third of the members, and then to move the motion, and then you require at least 2/3 of the members to vote for the motion. So I believe these tools are some of the tools that can be explored in terms of trying to dislodge Ruto. Why? Because if we get out of the constitution, we may never ever get back to that particular route. Number two, Mr. William Ruto being rogue and being what he is, there is nothing that stops him from also saying but that because the citizens have now abrogated the constitution, that he may also resort to very extra constitutional means of trying to retain power. And that extra constitutional means may be a very bloody process because he'll be saying, I am in the office, I have the police, I have the army, I have the support. So he may also use very extra constitutional means. That is why, in my view, yes.
Wakili, can you land?
Well, I think those are some of the proposals I would perhaps be making. As I land on the question of the mainstream media, we need to boycott them so that they may rally behind the movement of the people. Number three, as I sum up, we must dislodge the current political status quo, and we need to have a hashtag of the hashtag of the status quo must fall, so that we completely get away from the embarrassment we found yesterday in KICC, that the people who believes in dialogue were in KICC yesterday. Those who believes in good governance and accountability are meeting where we are meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Over to you, Hillary, and then I see that Terry